Hello and welcome to the 2025 Freeman Brothers Community Remembrance Service. My name is Will Freeman and I'm proud to be with you all this evening representing the 6th generation of the Freeman family to have worked within the business. Our business was founded by my great-great-great-grandfather Bede Freeman in 1855, and as was commonplace at the time, he worked across several trades, not just as a funeral director but also as a carpenter, a painter and a paper hanger. We don't know the exact date the business began, but we do know that we have been working from the same little cottage in North Parade, Horsham ever since, which is still our head office today. My colleagues across our branches in Billingshurst, Crawley, Hurstby-upon-Point and Horsham share the Freeman Brothers ethos of service to our local communities. We are delighted to join you wherever you are in the world as we remember those who have lost and take time for reflection. Every year, our service has a theme which we use to help us focus our thoughts on a specific part of what it can be to remember someone who is no longer in our lives. This year, we have chosen the theme of journeys. A journey can mean many things to many people, and in our time together, we will consider some of these. To begin, I would like to hand you over to my colleagues, some of whom you may recognise. We are lucky to have a fantastic team at Freeman Brothers who share a commitment to funeral service and a passion for supporting people at what can be the hardest time in their lives. We asked the team to let us know about a journey that they have taken that they have found to be especially meaningful. I'll hand you over to them so they can tell you more in their own words.
So it would be my great-granddad. So my great-granddad fought in World War I. He was an original machine gun corps. My dad was able to get hold of the records of his day-to-day sort of process through France. And me and my dad are planning to try and follow his day-by-day steps and just follow exactly where he went through each battlefield, really. So.
A couple of years ago, me and my husband visited the part of South Wales where my dad's family originally came from. I never really saw that part of my family very much. When my dad's parents, my grandma and granddad, moved from South Wales to Sussex, relocating for my granddad's job on the railway, it caused tension in the family, sadly, and it meant that we never really spent much time with our wider scope of relations who still lived there. However, it was such a meaningful journey for me to take. It was really nice to walk around the towns and the countryside where I knew that they had lived and worked and where my dad's parents had grown up, and to spend a bit of time in the area that I knew had meant so much to the wider part of my family.
On my journey to work this morning, I was stuck in some traffic, and there's a school that I have to pass on the way to work, and I was watching two very small children making their way to school. They were skipping, running, playing games, and I thought how lovely to have a journey that is fun. And when you're a child, thinking back, any journey can be fun. As an adult, we tend to just be busy, want to get where we're going, and I thought sometimes maybe we could stop and enjoy the view sometimes.
Working for Freeman Brothers is very different to what I was doing before. It's a welcome change, and I have really felt a sense of purpose now in what I do. And I think that you can be fortunate in maybe choosing a line of work if you know what you want to do from school and college. I think if you have that, that's really admirable, really. But for people like myself who I didn't really know what I wanted to do, to find something that sort of clicks with me so much has been such a welcome change, and it doesn't just feel like a job so much anymore. It feels like I'm doing something that I was meant to do, and that's something that I would never thought that would be the case, and it means the world to work for Freeman's.
So when I was younger, I saw a documentary on the statue of David, and it was absolutely fascinating. It covered from the quarrying of the marble right up to the finished masterpiece. For my 50th birthday, I was like, I don't want a big party. And then it just dawned on me, I'm going to see David. So we went to Florence, we saw David, and he was absolutely wonderful. And if I hadn't have seen that documentary many, many years ago, I would never have discovered that Florence is definitely my favourite city.
My memorable journey would be when I took my mum's ashes to Israel. It was a sad but wonderful experience, one that I will always treasure.
I think that life is a journey, and we're all on a path, and where that path leads is kind of up to you and how you determine where you want to go in that journey. So a journey that I have upcoming is to go back to where my wife was born, in the south of France. We are going to take our daughters there for them to experience what life was like for my wife growing up as a young child, because it's important, I think, for families and our children to have those same experiences that we had when we were younger as children.
Hello, my name's Abby, and when I learned that the subject of this year's Remembrance service was going to be journeys, I immediately thought about poetry. The poet E.E. Cummings said that poetry is feeling, not knowing or believing or thinking. We've always included poems in our Remembrance service, but it seemed especially important to do so when thinking about an idea like journeys. As we heard from our team's recollections of their journeys earlier, journeys mean many different things to different people. Poems often capture ideas and mix the real and the metaphor in ways that other writing doesn't seem to. Shakespeare's 27th sonnet is one of my favourites, and it captures one of the ways we often think about journeys, that we take them in our dreams. In this sonnet, Shakespeare talks about making a fresh journey in his sleep, although he is tired from the travelling he's been doing during the day. The sonnet suggests he is travelling to look for someone. In his sleep, dreams of her brighten his nights. I think it's a common experience to feel we're journeying in our sleep, looking for someone, and that maybe dreaming of people is a way that we might find comfort in their memory. So I'm very happy to read to you Sonnet 27 by William Shakespeare. Weary with toil, I haste me to my bed, the dear repose for limbs with travel tired. But then begins a journey in my head to work my mind when body's work's expired. For then my thoughts, from far where I abide, intend a zealous pilgrimage to thee, and keep my drooping eyelids open wide, looking on darkness which the blind do see. Save that my soul's imaginary sight presents thy shadow to my sightless view, which, like a jewel hung in ghastly night, makes black night beauteous and her old face new. Lo, thus by day my limbs, by night my mind, for thee and for myself no quiet find.
Thank you, Abby. Another aspect that we always include in our Remembrance service is music. It's our experience that many people find comfort in listening to familiar songs, and that these can be a significant way to recapture memories of someone. We're delighted to welcome back the Crawley Bell Singers, including my colleague Jennifer, who works at Freeman Brothers Crawley office. We are grateful that the group is returning to our service this year, and I'll hand over to Jennifer to tell us a bit more about the group and the piece they have chosen.
The Crawley Bell Singers, sometimes known affectionately as the Crawley Clangers, will have been playing together for 3 years this coming January. The result of an optimistic festive purchase of a set of bells by our leader, Simon, the group was formed of the same 9 players that you see before you today. Curious people who love music, enjoy performing as an ensemble, and relish the chance to try something new. 3 years on, we're no longer new to the game, but we're hardly old hands either. All of us still very much willing to learn and improve with each new piece. Though led enthusiastically by Simon, who diligently prepares and coordinates our music and performances, the group is a collaboration of musicians who each bring our own unique knowledge, skills and experience to produce a performance that we could all be truly proud of. Like the choirs and choral groups that many of us have been and still currently are involved in, playing the bells is, at its heart, an exercise in teamwork and listening. To play successfully, no one ringer can stand out above the rest, yet the silence left by a missing hand can be deafening. We are, thus far, an entirely self-funded group who view our fortnightly participation fee as an investment in our shared enjoyment. The money raised through our collaboration has allowed us to not only expand our repertoire, but also our equipment. The recent purchase of a full set of bell plates, for example, which you will shortly see myself, Simon and Kat ringing, means we can achieve a more rounded, richer sound that complements the brighter tone of the traditional bells and gives us greater flexibility to increase the complexity of a piece or pare it right down, depending on the number of ringers available. The piece we're presenting for your enjoyment this evening, the Skye Boat Song, is a well-known 19th century song based on a Gaelic tune composed in 1782. The lyrics describe the journey of Bonnie Prince Charlie from Benbecula to the Isle of Skye, evading capture after the Battle of Culloden in 1746. What's striking about the piece, however, is how viscerally it evokes the sensation of being aboard the boat, the roar and rumble of the waves and the crashing of thunder that nonetheless rock and lull the prince's exhausted body as he rests in peaceful slumber. This evening, as we reflect on those of our own journeys and those who have come before, we hope this piece brings peace and refuge from your own tumultuous experiences.
Thank you to the Crawley Bell Singers for that wonderful rendition. It's a pleasure to introduce our speaker, and Freeman Brothers is fortunate to welcome Dr. Tara Quincherillo to this year's service. Tara is an HCPC registered psychologist. She is an author, media expert, broadcaster and podcast host, as well as the founder of the Human Animal Welfare Alliance, which supports the emotional health of those working in animal welfare. Tara is also the co-director of the Conversation Starter Project, CIC, a grassroots initiative supporting well-being, loneliness and isolation in Sussex. Without further ado, I'm pleased to hand you over to Tara for what I'm sure will be a thought-provoking few minutes.
Life isn't one straight and predictable road. It comes with inclines, declines, bumps and even dead ends at times. The road can be dark and light. We can travel it with others or alone at times. In fact, we could say that the unexpected nature of life's journey is what makes it interesting. We can often become over-focused on getting to one point rather than leaning into all parts of the journey. Living is now, not when or if, and all too often life can pass us by as a result. We can easily forget that the journey we navigate can make us who we are and enhance both our strength and resilience. The journey is part of living, not the destination. The journey is life can throw up difficult things, beautiful things, and everything in between. You could go as far as to say love and loss are the ultimate juxtaposition. We love and we can lose what we love. The inevitable pain of being open to new experiences and relationships. Joy and grief, the opposing ends of the emotional spectrum. We can often find ourselves battling to get rid of powerful and tricky emotions. An almost automatic response can be to push them away or distract. It's easier to forget than to feel sometimes. The all-consuming emotions and the physical sensations that we would give anything to have taken away. Grief and loss can be particularly difficult emotions that we have to navigate in life. We can find ourselves trying to push these feelings away, often at the expense of living again. But what if we try something new, making room for both loss and living a value-laden life again at the same time? One way that we can do this is by harnessing the power of and. I can both grieve and make new people, new connections. I can be sad and hopeful for my future at the same time. This simple reframe can be a stepping stone to helping us renegotiate our relationship with difficult life experiences. It can help us open up to new possibilities too. The journey of being human brings with it many experiences and emotions. They shape us. It also brings with it the wonderful potential for connection, meaning and purpose. By changing our stance and learning to make room for the tricky stuff, we can then increase the chances of welcoming hope and change into our life journey again. As you sit here today, what is your life journey so far? What could you begin to make room for? What feelings do you sometimes battle to push away? What meaning and purpose could you introduce back into your life again?
Thank you, Tara. Your presentation was so insightful, and we are appreciative of the perspectives you've shared. There definitely feels like there is a journey in being human, and I think we could all try to remember to harness the power of and as we move through that journey together. Next this evening, I'm pleased to introduce the reading of a poem which we have featured each year as a consistent reminder of the shifts we experience in life, and that journeys happen in nature too as the seasons move around us. I'm pleased to welcome many of my colleagues from across Freeman Brothers, reading Pebbles on the Shore by Nancy Winter Miranda.
Pebbles on the shore.
Rocks from the sea.
Their existence reaching back from the depths of time.
An era of another life residing deep within.
Strutting from the shore lies a pier with a story.
Day upon day, endless waves crash in upon it.
Embedding traces of time.
Deep within the wood.
Life moves on in mysterious ways.
Existing around what's there to be found.
Oblivious the depth of time that is daily passed by.
The end of a day brings a hush to the shore.
But as storms come and storms go.
Waves bring pebbles on the beach, rocks on the shore.
We now move to the part of our service which we call the Act of Remembrance. My colleagues Chrissy and Alex will read the list of names of people we have been asked to remember. As well as our watching audience, members of the Freeman Brothers team have also asked for names of friends and family who we miss to be included. Some of these names are those we have read in past services, and so we remember those people again. Other people who are more newly bereaved have also asked us to read a name of someone who has died more recently. A key part of the message we hope to convey during this service is that remembering someone is important, regardless of when they died. Everyone is different, and there is no right or wrong timescale for grief. After the list of names, we will have a short period of reflection, during which we invite you to spend some quiet time in remembering. Those of you at home who received a pack from us in advance of the service will have received a pebble. Please use this time to write or draw on the pebble if you would like to. It could be the name or names of people you are thinking of during our service, some words that bring you comfort, mean something to you, or a picture if you prefer. Or please just use the time to sit and contemplate.
Gillian Addison.
Gordon Akehurst.
Roger Andrews.
Jane Beavis.
Dorothy Boyd.
Lorna Brett.
Vanessa Brooks.
Mark Bunning.
Mary Butler.
Jonathan Butt.
Gillian Kane.
Pat Chapman.
Jennifer Clark.
Vernon Davies.
David Dipnall.
John Dobison.
Alan Dominy.
Althea Dominy.
Robert Dominy.
Don Duffield.
Linda Duffield.
Olusegun Durashola.
John Evely.
Shirley Evely.
Shirley Francis.
William Francis.
Michelle Gandy.
Margaret Gianassi.
Mark Graham.
Terry Green.
Stephen Greenfield.
Richard Grinham.
William Goldstein.
Arthur Hargrave.
Frida Hargrave.
Lorna Hayes.
Paul Hoadley.
Irene Howarth.
Anthony Leslie Howarth.
Shirley Rose Howarth.
Graham Jones.
Colin Johnson.
Lexi Johnson.
Tia Kushmi.
Matthew Lawrence.
Harold Longdon.
Ivy Longdon.
Denise Lynch.
Mark Lynch.
Paolo Massimo.
Salvatore Massimo.
Phyllis Meakin.
Jamie Morris.
Charlie Newman.
Roy Nielsen.
Patricia North.
Bridie O'Halloran.
Fred O'Halloran.
Vincent O'Halloran.
June Pierce.
Blair Polson.
Diane Ramasword.
Maureen Ramsey.
Joan Ratcliffe.
Olga Ray.
John Redman.
Angela Reedling.
Lorraine Rhodes.
Joyce Robertson.
Charles Robinson.
Dill Robinson.
Derek Rosser.
Susan Rosser.
Robert Rumble.
Jean Russell.
John Russell.
Gerald Riles.
Alumi Inoue Ryder.
Enrique Salonga.
Jenny Seed.
Fred Simpson.
Barry Southern.
Elaine Stavers.
Linda Stevenson.
Michael Stocker.
Nathan Stone.
Alfredo Tavaleri.
Angela Tavaleri.
Stephen Thompson.
Bob Thorpe.
Esme Thorpe.
Nigel Tomset.
Michael Tooley.
Natalie Tubb.
Stella Webb.
Ben Websdale.
Robert Wedd.
Bowie Westwood.
Vron Young.
We continue with another musical performance, and for this one, we welcome our audience to sing along should they wish. Auld Lang Syne is a song that many people will be familiar with and may typically associate with New Year celebrations. However, it also has many wider meanings for groups across the world, including the Scout movement. This is a song we include in our service every year, but it feels appropriate this year as we think about journeys to recognise that it's a song about people who have not seen each other for a long time, and who have journeyed across seas that roared and swelled to meet each other again. We hope you will sing along, the words are in your order of service, or simply enjoy the performance. This year, we are delighted to welcome local duo, the Nixons, who are based near our Hurstby Point office. Thank you to the Nixons. I'd now like to introduce my father Peter, who will read Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. This is a poem which talks about a journey both literal and metaphorical, a sea journey which also suggests the mariner's progression through life. As well as connecting with this evening's theme, it is also a poem which we know resonates with bereaved people, as it is often chosen for funerals.
Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea, but such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out the boundless deep turns again home. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Thank you, Dad. That's a poem I really enjoy, and it was great to hear it as part of this evening's service. This brings our service to a close. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the Crawley Bell Singers, Dr. Tara Quinn-Chirillo, and the Nixons for so generously sharing their time and talents with us. A special thank you also to the Freeman Brothers team who have worked alongside me this evening to bring this service to you. Thank you to Abby, Alex, Chrissy, Clive, Curtis, Fizzy, Harry, James, Jennifer, John, Martin, Nikki, Paula, Peter, Tom and Tom. Above all, I want to thank those of you who have joined us. We trust that our service has been meaningful and brought you solace, providing a chance for personal reflection. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of all of us at Freeman Brothers and the Freeman family to wish you a peaceful evening and extend our warmest wishes for the year ahead. I'm delighted to welcome back Sam and Simon Nixon, the Nixons, to conclude our evening with Sam's original composition, The Road I've Travelled, a very personal take on tonight's theme of journeys.